Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Forgot to Grow podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching, a series of unfortunate events. Today I'm talking about Season 1, Episode 7, The Miserable Mill, Part 1. So I just finished rewatching this episode, and yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we can talk about. But the main thing I want to talk about in this episode is the fake out we get with the parents. We finally get it, and I feel like such an idiot because I forgot about this thing. Like, I've been talking about the last 6 episodes about, oh yeah, they're giving us these little bits about the parents and stuff like that, and I knew in my memory I could remember something not being right. There was some kind of twist with them, but I couldn't remember what it was, and this is what it was. It was these parents we were seeing weren't the Baudelaire parents. They were the other kids' parents who we meet in the next book, so 2 episodes, or yeah, another episode from now. But yeah, that fake out just made me feel so dumb at the end of it, especially since I'm making these videos and I've talked about it a few times. I felt extra little dumb, but I thought that's what I did like about that, though, is that it just showed us such a great job of just kind of incorporating so many different elements that you kind of forget about that. Like, because I haven't watched the first season since it first came out, so I forgot about that like little twist in the second season. I'm having trouble remembering now because I don't even remember when I watched that. Obviously when it came up, but I don't know how long ago that was. So I'm glad I'm rewatching this. It's fun to discover these things that I obviously already remembered, but I forgot. I already knew, but I had forgotten because I hadn't watched it in a while. So yeah, the parents fake out at the end of this episode. I was just like, oh right, yes. I can't believe I was so dumb this whole time about that, but that happens. Thank you guys for not spoiling that for me. You guys definitely easily could have, but thank you for not doing that. But anyways, let's get into this episode. The kids go to a lumber mill, trying to find some answers. Sir won't give it to them for no real good reason. The whole town believes that their parents were the ones that burned down the town, and the kids get hypnotized by an optometrist. And yeah, their parents didn't trust optometrists or optimists, which I kind of agree with. Not really, actually. You should get your eyes checked. But yeah, this episode's pretty interesting because we get a lot of different elements with them at the mill, them trying to discover, the secrets to their things. I also like this episode because this is one of the first episodes where Klaus and Violet aren't on the same page. They both have different ideas about what they should do, what their plan should be. And then, Klaus kind of concedes to Violet's plans, and she thinks that's the reasoning why he's acting weird, even though he actually was just hypnotized. But they don't really realize that because he ends up being re-hypnotized at the end of this episode by Olaf. And the eye doctor, whose name I forget now, I meant to write that down. But yeah, I liked her. I thought her character was interesting. I liked that, they brought in Olaf's ex. I like that a little bit. I can't remember if that was the same connection in the books or not. Be sure to let me know, guys. I remember the eye doctor being in the book. I don't remember if the eye doctor was Count Olaf's ex-girlfriend in the book or not, or if there was just an eye doctor. I'm pretty sure there was an eye doctor in the book. God, it's been so long. I really need to get to rereading those books eventually. But yeah, there was a couple other cool things. At one point, we see a verified functional dictionary, which I was like, oh, VFD, cool. We obviously get the optometrist's office, which is just full of the different VFD eyes. But we also find out at the end from Lemony Snicket that was the headquarters for a secret organization. For those of us who can put the pieces together, that's VFD. So that was a cool little thing to get. But the main thing about this episode was the parent fake out. I feel so dumb about it. I feel so ridiculous that I didn't remember that, and that I thought for some reason that their parents were still alive. I don't think they end up being still alive at any point because, well, then it'd be a series of unfortunate events with a happy ending, which doesn't seem likely, but we'll see in the next season. But obviously I have to get to there first, so I have to get to the next episode and the episodes after that. So that's everything for this episode / video. Be sure to let me know in the comments below anything I got wrong about this connection to the books or anything you liked in particular about this episode. Yeah. Thanks again for joining me today. Have a good one.